What's up? Welcome to your Daily Buckeye Blitz for a Sunday fun day, September 17th, 2023. Joe from the Buckeye Cast bringing it to you. Instant reaction from yesterday's game. Yeah, relatively instant. Those later games are put a little crimp in my evening. So this is your instant reaction to the Buckeye victory, 63-10 over WKU. Man, it's Sunday fun day because I got my coffee ready to go, and I got a pound and a half of bacon in a pan right now, right behind me. So, we are rolling. Okay, so where's all my Buckeye doomers at? Where's everybody that said we're gonna go 9-3? How you feeling today? I got the receipts, so don't worry about it. Sean's at the top of the list. We'll be talking about that tonight. Don't forget, 8 p.m. Eastern, YouTube Live. Get you ready for the Notre Dame game, and we'll recap yesterday's game against the Toppers, the Hill Toppers. All right. So let's what I always do is I just open up the stat sheet, peruse it, go by my memory, and see what pops out. Okay. Well, offense obviously is the score was 63-10, really stands out. Buckeye defense did well too. I've got some numbers for you that if you're complaining about the pass rush, just brace yourself. I've got some numbers for you. So anyways, Buckeyes put up 562 total on offense. What fucking Christ, I can't even read this morning. 358 through the air, 204. Now that is what I was talking about on my keys to victory. That is a balanced offense. That's what Ryan Day wants. 350 and 200. 350 through the air, 200 on the ground. Boom. That's perfect. 24 first downs. Now the third downs still got an issue there, but they did convert. They went 5 of 10, so 50%, not great. We need to get that up to 65, 75%. And then they did convert 2 of those fourth downs. So 2 of 2 on fourth. So that technically makes you 7 out of 10, I guess, kind of in a backwards way. But total plays, we only had 60. The Toppers had 72. A nice little average per play, though, for the Buckeyes, 9.4 yards per play. I'll take that all day long. 16.3 per completion. And then on the ground, 6.2. Those are healthy averages for sure, right? Red zone, scored 3 of 3 in the red zone, obviously touchdowns. Was great to see Kyle bounce back from that fumble. It's a bad turnover, but in a game like this, it's not a big deal. It's not like you're going to, lose the game on that. But Kyle throws for 318, 3 touchdowns. I think I had a prop bet of 4 touchdowns, so fuck me on that. I did have him over 300 yards. And Marv, I had a prop bet of over 100 yards on that, just receiving. So, yeah, he put up 5 catches, 126, and a touchdown, the big 75-yarder. And Marv seems to be running hard after the catch. I'm noticing he's kind of taking on dudes, if he's catching a ball near the sideline and he's in position to turn it upfield. He's doing that against a guy and then lowering his shoulder a little bit. Love to see that. Use your size, man. Those DBs are all going to be smaller than Marv, so you can intimidate them a bit and maybe knock the cobwebs out. Cade, 90 yards, did have that fumble. Fortunately, Carnell Tate, man, I mean, what can't you say about this guy? This guy, Charlie Hustle on the ball when Cade gets the ball stripped. He's there to recover it, then gets the touchdown and a couple catches later on 3 targets. Harrison had 7 targets. Nice little 25-yard average with the big 75-yarder. That'll do that, right? Cade, 5 of 5 on 5 targets. Emeka, 4 of 4 on 4 targets, 2 touchdowns. Again, run after the catch from Emeka. That dude is getting it done as well. These guys are turning the ball upfield, not taking the easy, coast out of bounds kind of shit, And Fleming, just 3 targets, 2 catches, but he runs hard as well, and excellent perimeter blocking. I don't know if there's a better perimeter blocker on the team than Julian Fleming. It's definitely not Cade. He still cannot get out there on those wide receiver screens. Probably going to have to put somebody else out there if you want to get a block. And Trey with a big screen pass for 27 yards. So all in all, great day on the offensive side. Travion, 13 carries. That's what I'm talking about for Trey. Let's get him up to close to 15 to 18 carries. Goes for 88, 2 touchdowns. The O-line was fired up. Love to see the energy. And everybody that was bitching about the lack of energy over the first 2 weeks, you gotta take a step back. First of all, get some perspective. Against Indiana, at Indiana, and then Youngstown State, a noon game. It's hard to get jacked up for those 2 games, right? And Ryan Day was treating the first 3 games like a preseason, like you would in the NFL. They're working on some things. They wanted to get it in a game, some plays, both offense and defense, as Jim Knowles is doing the same. They're trying some shit, and they want to get things in live game action, even though it doesn't matter who the opponent is and the quality of the opponent. They're trying to get things. They've been working on things and, kind of honing that playbook, what things they can do and can't do. Can we do this? Because it's a different team every year, right? Especially when you lose 3 O-linemen and a quarterback. So when you're replacing those pieces, you got to kind of start from scratch almost with the playbook and file it down, see what we can and can't do. And when you got 3 chumps in the first 3 weeks, it's like a glorified practice, it's like scrimmages basically. So I think the first 3 weeks worked out fine. I talked about this on my Friday Keys to a Victory. You saw a major step from week 1 to week 3. Major improvement. Now, areas where we need to improve. O-line, for example, penalties, 5 penalties, 40 yards. I think the O-line had 3 or 4. Where is that? I just had it. Yeah, penalties. Here we go. Hinsman, Ibuka, and Simmons. Hinsman and Simmons are your 2 problems right now. We've got a serious DeJuan Jones situation here with Josh Simmons at left tackle, in that I know they play different positions, but you can pencil in 1 penalty per game for them. Same with DeJuan last year. So whether it's a false start, a holding, whatever it might be, pencil in Simmons for 1 10-yard penalty, most likely. So I don't know how you coach that out of him. If you can, you don't want to turn off his aggressiveness. But again, you got to kind of clean these things up. These penalties have killed us in the past against good teams, like, the matchup games, they call it. Penn State, Michigan, Georgia, those games. Penalties are killers. So got to clean that up. Good luck with that, Justin Fry. I don't know what the fuck you're going to do. But anyway, turnovers. We did have 2 turnovers. Devin Brown threw a pick, and Kyle had the fumble I mentioned earlier. But otherwise, I was kind of surprised that Dallin Hayden didn't get any snaps at all. We saw Evan Pryor in there, 3 for 12. X-Man was 2 for 13. Mayan, 5 for 23, kind of had an easy week. Chip, 5 for 51 or 5 for 56, and that nice touchdown run. So all in all, dominant offensive performance. They got a lot of things. I feel like a lot of things on offense are oiled up and looking good, shined up. Now, defense, Tommy Eichenberg, again, I need to drink a coffee. Hold up. Oh, yeah. Tommy Eichenberg, this guy has to win the Buckeyes Award this year. 10 tackles. a QB hurry, steel chambers all over the place as well. Linebackers, I did not expect to have big days like this. I thought this would be mostly on the secondary and the safeties and stuff, but Steele, 8 tackles, a TFL, the pick, and a pass breakup. Tyleek got the sack again. And then Mitchell Melton got a sack later. Again, we're getting pressure. This is where I wanted to turn for the doomers that were bitching about not getting any pressure from the ends. I know I piled on Jack Sawyer too last week. Pretty good. But he did have 7 total pressures, 2 hits on the quarterback, and 5 hurries. That's legit. Did not have any missed tackles. Did have a stop. So Jack doing well. And you got to remember that team was getting the ball out quickly. For tomorrow's show, I'll look up the total, the average drop back time. I bet you it's under 2.5 seconds. So that's pretty fast. JT got 6 pressures of his own, 2 hits, 4 hurries. So these guys were in there all day long, impacting the throwing game. And even the linebackers, D tackles, Kenyatta got 1, a hit, a hurry. Melton got the sack. So everybody was in the backfield. That's what we wanted to see. The sacks are going to come. It's just another split second longer. And that's what you're going to see against this Notre Dame team this coming week. Not to jump too far ahead, but you're going to see more drop back. They may try and get it out sooner, but they're going to have the Buckeyes are going to have plenty of opportunities for sacks against Notre Dame. So look for that. What else do we have? Total pressures. Yeah, I mentioned Tommy, Kenyatta, Melton getting the sack. That's awesome. Got a lot of dudes in the game. We saw Caden McDonald, Jermaine Matthews with the pick 6, a true freshman. Gotta love to see that, man. Beautiful, beautiful. But a lot of guys got snaps. IGB, Igbinosun getting the fumble recovery. Huge play. So, yeah, Denzel Burke, what can you say, man? That dude, I love it. Every time they go at him. He had 7 targets, only allowed 3 catches. Against this offense, that's good. IGB, 4 for 8. And Hancock did have the penalty and got toasted once. Allowed the big play there, but was targeted 5 times, allowed 4 catches. So things to work on for sure. Burke is the man. So, yeah, all in all, great game. Buckeyes roll as expected. The big 35-point second quarter was awesome to see. So feel good about the offense. Defense is coming along. Josh Proctor played a hell of a game. Got to mention him as much as we bang on him in coverage and, trying to make highlight hits. He actually played very well in coverage, in my opinion. He's the last one I wanted to talk about here. Graded out as 72.8. That's great. I'll take that. 4 targets, only allowed 1 catch for 2 yards. What else can you ask for from Proctor, right? So great day for Proc. 5 tackles, got a stop. So, all right. Hope you guys are feeling good after that one. Some of my picks did pretty well too. You see the Saturday picks show about BG covering against the team up north. Yes, I knew it. Always been on the Falcons. Anyways, maybe not always. And Washington spanked Sparty. So Bama barely. Oh, geez, so many things with Bama. They're in trouble. Anyway, hope to see you guys tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. Talk to you later. Go Bucks.